Hello everyone, this is Teacher Rodrigo. Today we will see English video class for 9th grade, phase 3, week 8, okay? Once again, this is our English video class for 9th grade, phase 3, week 8. And this week we are studying the following topic. So don't forget to write the topic in your notebook. Shopping comparisons, okay? Shopping comparisons, that's the topic. When we say shopping, you know, shopping is going to shop, yes, the compras. And comparisons are comparaciones. So when we shop, we usually make comparisons, for example, about the money, yes? For example, you want to buy clothes, for example, a pair of jeans, yes? You comparas which jeans are the cheapest, los más baratos, or the most expensive, los más caros, yes? The same as when you're going to buy shoes, you make comparisons, yes? When you go shopping, you make comparisons, okay? For example, you shop in the place that you get the least expensive food or the least expensive items. Vamos a donde nos salga menos caro, yes? Or donde nos salga cheapest, the cheapest, donde veamos lo más barato, yes? When we go shopping, we make that kind of comparisons. Also, we make some comparisons as for quality, yes? For example, Samsung and Huawei, we compare, we make a comparison which one is the best, for example, okay? Siempre comparamos cuál es el mejor, which one is the best, okay? So, now we are going to try to do that, but with food, okay? Con comida, yes? We're going to make comparisons related to food, yes? Our comparisons will be associated with food. The question here is, activation. ¿Cuáles adjetivos asocias con cada imagen? Haz una lista en tu cuaderno, okay? Make a list de los adjetivos that you associate with each picture. For example, coffee. Which one do you think of coffee? Delicious, yes? How about pizza? Pizza, for example, what do you think about pizza? An adjective, un adjetivo that describes pizza. Maybe expensive, cara, yes? How about cake? Cake. Sweet, yes? Es dulce, sweet, yes? How about vegetables? Yes, vegetables are cheap. Las vegetales son baratos, are cheap. Yes, that's vegetable. Sushi, for example, is expensive. Yes, expensive, es caro. Sushi is expensive. So you have to make a list of adjectives, of course in English, that describe each food for you. Okay, a lista de adjetivos que se asocian with each picture. Yes. For example, we say sushi, expensive. Sushi, caro, yes. Vegetables, cheap, baratos. Yes, vegetables are cheap. So, try to think of some adjectives that describe the pictures. Esa es una list de los adjectives that describe these pictures, que describen estas fotos, yes. Here I have written some adjectives. Estos adjectives are very common, yes. So this will help you para que puedas ayudarte a responder. Now let's go to the next part, presentation. Para hacer diferentes comparaciones en inglés tienes que seguir las siguientes estructuras. Analiza los ejemplos de cada estructura. Before we see this structure, grammar points, we will watch a video so that we know how to make comparisons in English, okay? We will watch a video to learn how to make comparisons. Let's watch it.
Hi guys, how are you? Nice to see you again. Welcome to English Friday. I'm PWC. Hope to enjoy the class. On today's lesson, we'll be covering comparatives and superlatives. We will learn about what comparatives and superlatives are, how to properly use comparatives and superlatives, and some exceptions. However, before we start, I need you to know something. Every time you compare in English, you must always use them instead of that. For example, she is more beautiful than flowers. Going to the beach is better than going to the mountain. I prefer soda than orange juice. See? Easy peasy. Let's start now. What are comparatives and superlatives? Well, comparatives are adjectives that compare only two things. It's like comparing cartoons and TV series. How to use comparatives? First, don't forget comparatives are used only to compare two things. The glue word for comparatives is more, add an ER, which is an abbreviation of more at the end of the adjective. And if the adjective is too short, just duplicate the last letter. Then, you would say something like, I was born first than my brother, so I am older than him. What you cannot say is, I am more old than him. This is not correct. It's like mixing the word more with the adjective. Let's make an example. Guess you're running against a friend, only the two of you. And then, you win. So, what did you say to your friend? Then, you told your friend, I am faster than you, which is correct. What you cannot say is, I am more fast than you. This is not right. Well, moving on. Superlatives are adjectives that compare more than two things. Like comparing three people to see which one is the oldest, the youngest, and the tallest. How to use superlatives? First, don't forget superlatives are used to compare more than two things. The glue word for superlatives is most. Add an EST, which is an abbreviation of most at the end of the adjective. And if the adjective is too short, duplicate the last letter. Let's make an example. Now, let's suppose you're running against many friends. And then, you win. So, what did you say to your friends? Then you tell your friends, I am the fastest runner, which is correct. What you cannot say is, I am the most fast runner. This is not right. Now, we're almost done, so let's see the exceptions. First, if the adjective is too long, more than two syllables, then you cannot use comparatives and superlatives. For example, Spanish grammar is more difficult than English grammar, or she's wearing the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. Second, if the adjective describes an absolute state, like perfect, unique, and uniform, you cannot use comparatives and superlatives. For example, Maggie had the most perfect score at the exam. And there are some irregular adjectives that change with comparatives and superlatives. There are 5 of them, which are good, bad, far, little, and many. And here you have the comparative form and the superlative form.
You might want to take a screenshot of this, okay? Le pueden tomar a screenshot if you want, because this will help you later on. Puedes tomar a screenshot, okay? Let's continue.
Well guys, my advice for you today is watch English movies with English subtitles. This is really gonna help you out. Thank you guys. See you next Friday.
Okay, so that's the video. Let's go back to the guide. Volvamos a la guía. Let's go back to the guide. Yes. And we are talking about comparatives and superlatives. Yes. Remember that a comparative is when you're comparing two objects or two items. Yes, that's comparative because you're comparing only two. Yes, but a superlative, attention, a superlative is when you're comparing more than one. Attention, superlative is when you're comparing 2, 3, or 4. Remember, that's superlative. Okay, I'm going to say it in Spanish so that you can understand. Comparative, adjetivos comparativos, is when you are comparando two objects or two items or two people, okay, dos personas. Pero el superlative, the superlative comparative, yes, is when you are comparing 3, 4, 5 or more, okay, 3 o más, yes. Vamos a ver más examples de eso más adelante. Okay, so now let's try to learn first the comparatives, el comparativo. Remember, we're talking about just comparing two objects, two animals, two people, okay? Those only two. Comparative es solamente con two, ya sea con two objects, con two animals, or con two people, con dos personas, for example, okay? Now, aquí están las rules, las reglas. And la rule number 1 Si el adjective es pequeño o es corto o es de una sola sílaba, se le añade la ER, ¿eh? ER. Aquí le pusieron roja la D también, pero eso es la ER porque lleva la D ahí, ¿ve? So you say, ya no dices cold, helado, sino que dices colder. Y como vimos en el video, we add the word than, which means más helado que. Colder than. Colder, más helado, than que. Yes? The same goes here. Tall means alto. Taller, más alto. Than que. So, taller, más alto. Than que. Taller than, más alto que. Short, corto, perdón, pequeño o bajito. Shorter, más bajito. Than que. So, shorter than, más bajito o más pequeño que. Yes? Cheap, barato. Cheaper, más barato. Cheaper than, más barato que. Remember, than means que. Now, let's see some examples over here. Tengo algunos ejemplos aquí. Let's see some examples over here. Wait a moment. Bueno, en lo que se carga el example, vamos a ver la otra rule. La otra rule es rule number 2. Okay. Aquí tenemos los adjectives que terminan en vocal. Mira, large, nice, close. Okay. Si te fijas en la rule number 1, aquí estos adjectives eran de una sola sílaba, pero terminaban en consonant. Yes. Y en rule number 2 terminan en vowel, en vocal. Yes, en vowel sound. En estos casos, if you pay attention here, solo se le añade la R. Mira, large, larger, nice, nicer, close, closer. Y luego se le añade el than, que significa que, para hacer comparison. For example, larger than. Yes, más grande o más largo que. Yes, nicer than. For example, cats are nicer than dogs. Okay, los gatos son más amables que los perros. For example, cats are nicer than dogs. Yes. Now, Sonsonate, for example, Sonsonate is closer than. Es más cercano que San Miguel. ¿Sí? Sonsonate is closer than San Miguel. Está más cerca. Closer, más cerca. Closer, más cerca than que. Yes. So, let's see some examples right now, okay? Los ejemplos que dijimos. Let's see some examples. Here, let's compare the teachers. Here we have teacher Brenda, and here we have teacher Lady. Yes? Here we have the verb to be. Cuando hablamos de verb to be, nos referimos a las tres formas del verb to be. ¿Cuáles son las tres formas del verb to be? Son am, is, are. El am se utiliza para yo. I am. Yes. El is se utiliza para he, él o para she, ella. Yes. También para it, pero vamos que todo con esto vamos a hacerlo ahorita. Y el último, are, que es para you are. O también para cuando estamos comparando varios objetos. Yes, in plural. O varias people, yeah, in plural. Pero en este momento solo estamos comparando aquí a ella y a ella. Yes. Si hubieran dos personas aquí, ya diríamos are, pero como solo es una, ¿ves? Recuerde, comparison es cuando comparamos una con la otra. Pero si ya comparamos más de dos, pues ya tendríamos que utilizar una forma diferente del verbo. Ya lo vamos a ver más adelante. Now, let's go with the first one, Teacher Brenda. Teacher Brenda is taller than Teacher Lady. Yes? Teacher Brenda is taller, más alta, than, ¿qué? Teacher Brenda is taller than Teacher Lady. Yes? And that's a comparative. Otro comparative, otro ejemplo. Teacher Lady is shorter, más pequeña, than, ¿qué? Teacher Brenda. Yes? Teacher Lady is shorter than Teacher Brenda. Yes? So, for example, you compare Teacher Mary, yes? And you can say Teacher Mary is shorter than Teacher Brenda. Yes? Also, you compare Teacher Rodrigo, yes? Teacher Rodrigo is taller than Teacher Lady, for example, okay? So, you add ER, añades la ER, yes? You add ER to to the adjective, yes, añades er al adjective para hacerlo comparativo, yes, el adjetivo es tall, alto, yes, y le añades la er, taller, más alto, más alta, than, que. Now, we have another example here in rule number 3, regla 3, rule number 3. Ahora, la rule number 3, el adjective es bien pequeño, una sola sílaba, y termina en consonants. Estos son los tres más comunes a los que se les aplica esta regla. Si tú te fijas, double, duplican la consonante. Aquí solo lleva una T, aquí lleva dos. Aquí hay una N, aquí lleva dos. Aquí hay una G, aquí duplicate the G. Yes? So, y terminas añadiendo la ER y la palabra than. So, for example, hotter than, más caliente que. Thinner than, más delgado, más delgada que. Yes? Bigger than, más grande que. Let's see another example here. San Miguel is hotter, fíjate, double T, hotter than Ahuachapán. San Miguel es más caliente que Ahuachapán. Yes? San Salvador is bigger, ahí va la double G, bigger than Sonsonate. ¿Por qué llevan doble? Porque, como decíamos, son adjectives bien cortos. Yes, big, terminan en un consonant sound. Entonces, duplicate the consonant y añades ER y le pones al final than. Y ya está la comparación. Más grande que San Salvador is bigger than Sonsonate, for example. Okay? So, you can take you can take screenshot of these examples because they will help you later, okay? I'm sorry. You can take a screenshot of these examples because they will help you later. Remember, is a verb to be, taller, más alto, than, que, okay? Recuerda, estamos en comparatives y en los comparatives solo comparamos a dos personas o dos objects o dos animals. One here and the other one here, yes? Esta information de aquí y de aquí y de aquí, it can be changed, okay? Lo que casi nunca cambia es this one. Casi nunca, yes, almost never. So, for example, you can say Cara Sucia is hotter than Apaneca, for example. You can say Sonsonate is bigger than Ahuachapán, for example. Guatemala is bigger than El Salvador, yes. You can say, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo is, Cristiano Ronaldo is taller than Messi, yes, for example, or Messi is shorter than, más pequeño que Cristiano Ronaldo, yes. So you see, those comparisons can change, puedes cambiarlas. Now let's continue here with rule number 4, a la regla número 4. Here, if you pay attention here, happy, healthy, fancy, esos son los adjectives, yes. Healthy, saludable, happy, feliz, fancy, que está bien chulo, está de moda y es fancy. O sea, la Y, the Y, here, is changed for I-E-R. Se sustituye la Y for E-E-R, I-E-R, yes. And you don't say happy, you say happier, happier than. For example, I am happier than you. Yo soy más feliz que tú. Yes, I'm happier than you. Or maybe you, tú, are happier than me. O tú eres más feliz que yo. Yes, you're happier than me. Healthy, saludable. Yes, you are healthier than me. Yes, tú eres más saludable que yo. You're healthier than me. Yes, for example. Remember, si termina con Y, le cambias la Y, the Y, for I-E-R. Okay? Now, one more example will be uglier. Uglier. El original adjective is ugly, feo or fea, yes? Y comparative sería uglier than. Okay? Let's think of an example. For example, CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, is uglier, es más feo, is uglier than me. Es más feo que yo, for example, yes? Now, that will be one example, okay? Now, let's continue. Let's see here. Rule number 5. Aquí, si ustedes se fijan, ya los adjectives ya son un poco más largos, ya no son cortitos de una o de dos sílabas, sino que ahora ya tienen 3 sílabas. Expensive, yes. Delicious, beautiful, 3 sílabas. Ahora en este caso ya no se les añade ER al final. Mira lo que se les añade. You add more than. Okay. For example, tenemos el adjective que es expensive y se pone en medio de more than. Example. Vamos a ver los examples. Examples here. Here. An iPhone is more expensive than, es más caro que, more expensive than a Huawei phone. Yes? An iPhone is more expensive than a Huawei phone. Yes, that's one example. More expensive than, más caro que. Now, pupusas are, se fijan que aquí no le pusimos is. ¿Por qué? Porque aquí pupusas está en plural. Y recuerdan que dijimos que are se pone cuando ya están en plural las cosas, ¿yes? Si lo quisiéramos poner con is, entonces tendríamos que decir a pupusa, una pupusa. A pupusa is, ¿yes? Si solo fuera una, ¿va? Pero como estamos hablando de varias, pupusas are more delicious than hamburgers, yes? Las pupusas are more delicious than hamburgers, yes? Now, beautiful. Now, one more example. Nicki Minaj, for example, Nicki Minaj, yes, is, ¿por qué is? Porque solo estamos hablando de una Nicki Minaj, yes? Nicki Minaj is more beautiful than Becky G, for example, yes? Nicki Minaj is more beautiful than Becky G, okay? That will be one example, okay? Now, we have here another example. Ven que usamos comparatives para comparar two things or two animals in this case. For example, the elephant is bigger than the leopard. Yes, bigger, más grande. Is bigger than. Y al revés lo mismo. The leopard is smaller than the elephant. ¿Ok? Entonces, solo es comparativa. Haciendo un resumen. Cuando comparas dos cosas, en los comparatives, recuerda que debes añadir la ER y la palabra than, ¿ok? Para hacerlo comparative. Si quieres, por ejemplo, hablar de lo más grande, que es más grande que otra cosa, grande se dice big, yes? Pero como estamos comparando dos subjects, the double G y R, bigger than, ¿ok? Ahora, si quieres tener una lista de cómo puedes decir ciertos adjetivos, o cómo hacer los comparativos, aquí tenemos one example. Le puedes tomar screenshots here a esto. Here, you can take a screenshot of this. Aquí tenemos el adjective, comparative y superlative. El superlative ya lo vamos a ver, hoy estamos con el comparative. Yes, tall, taller, alto, más alto. Small, pequeño. Smaller, más pequeño. Yes, large, larger, largo, más largo. Slow, despacio. Slower, más despacio. Si te fijas, siempre llevan la ER, ER al final. Ok, le puedes tomar screenshot at this part so that you can have a better idea on how to write the comparatives. Ok, here. Aquí están los que les digo, que como son más largos, ya se hacen con more. Yes, interesting, more interesting. Expensive, caro, more expensive, más caro. Yes. Here, aquí están los que llevan more, ¿ok? Le puedes tomar screenshot, yes, if you want, yes, so that you can have a better idea de cómo escribirlos. Now, let's continue. We're going to as. Se utiliza el as when one object is similar to the other, yes? Siempre estamos comparando dos, pero one object is similar to the other. For example, pizza is as delicious as tacos. Yes, that's one example. Now you can have another here. Carrots are as healthy as tomatoes. Si se fijan, aquí no le añadimos la ER, ¿yes? Porque no estamos utilizando el than. No, no estamos utilizando el than. Estamos utilizando as. Yes? So for example, Pizza is as delicious as. Okay? Let's see more examples over here. Vamos a ver más examples. Okay? Here. Hamburgers are, como son varias hamburguesas, ¿verdad? Hamburgers are as delicious as pizzas. Yes? Albert's Pizza is as expensive as Pizza Hut. Es igual de caro que. Yes? Igual de delicioso que. Igual de barato que. Yes? Hamburgers are as delicious as pizzas. Albert's Pizza is as expensive as Pizza Hut. Tomatoes are not as cheap as pineapples. Si ustedes se fijan aquí le dicen negative, yes? You can have negative examples too. Are not, no son. Tomatoes are not, no son, as cheap as, no son tan baratos como pineapple, yes? Tomatoes are not as cheap as pineapples, okay? Those are examples with as, adjective as. Another example, Teacher Rodrigo is as attractive as Lionel Messi, for example. Igual de atractivo que Lionel Messi, yes? Or Teacher Rodrigo is as attractive as William Levy, yes, for example. That would be one good example. Now, we're talking about superlatives. En los superlatives es para los most, okay? Como los récords, los mayores de los mayores. The superlatives es cuando ya estamos comparando más de 2. For example, 3, or 4, or 5. Mira cuántos animales tenemos aquí. Tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4 animals. We have a dog, a parrot, another dog, and a cat. Now, the parrot, el perico, is the smallest. Attention here. Aquí ya no lleva ni el as y ya no lleva ni el smaller than. No, ya no lo lleva. Si te fijas, lleva el est y lleva el the antes. En Spanish, it will say el perico es el más pequeño animal. Yes, the smallest. Is the smallest animal. The parrot is the smallest animal. The bulldog is the fattest. El más gordo, the fattest animal. Yes. The cat is the most serious animal. Yes. El más serio. The cat is the most serious animal. Okay. Estamos hablando de los superlatives. Lo mayor de lo mayor. Yes. The superlative to say one item is the biggest, the most expensive, the best, etc. in one group. To make superlatives follow the same rules. For comparatives, you only need to add R for est and more for most. Yes. Let's see more examples over here. Más ejemplos. More examples over here. Yes. I am the tallest. Yo soy el más alto. The tallest. For example, think about your classroom. Piensa en tu classroom. ¿Quién de ustedes es el más alto? Digamos, for example, que Michael sea. Yes. Diríamos Michael is the tallest. Yes. Ahora, digamos, think about your class. Piensen en su clase. ¿Quién es el más guapo? Teacher Rodrigo. Yes. So, Teacher Rodrigo is the most attractive. Que está aquí, ¿ve? Teacher Rodrigo is the most attractive, for example. Yes. Ahora, si quiere decir quién es el más feo, the ugliest. Yes. Fulanito de tal is the ugliest. Yes. Quiere decir quién es el más alto. Fulanito de tal is the tallest. El más pequeño. Fulanito de tal is the shortest. Yes, the shortest. El más gordo. Fulanito de tal is the fattest. El más delgado. Teacher Rodrigo is the thinnest. Okay, for example, el más delgado. Okay, that's it. Now we have more examples here. USA and Brazil are the biggest, los más grandes, countries in America, okay? The biggest countries in America. Griezmann is the best soccer player, el mejor jugador. The best soccer player. Again, puedes ver aquí, en este chart, que aquí tenemos los superlatives de este lado, yes? Alto, más alto, el más alto. Tall, taller, the tallest, okay? The same over here, small, smaller, the smallest, yes? Y así. You can take a screenshot. Puedes tomarle screenshots a esta lista, this chart, so that you can have an idea on how to write the superlatives, para que sepas cómo escribir the superlatives, okay? ¿Sí? Okay, now let's continue here with the guide. Ya que vimos todo eso, here, completa las siguientes oraciones utilizando el adjetivo entre paréntesis con la estructura correcta. Al final de la oración te damos una pista. Observa el ejemplo. Example. Water is healthier than... water is healthier than soda. Yes, el agua es más sana que la soda. And you say we have hot. Yes, San Miguel is hotter than, yes, Chalatenango. Okay, y aquí te dicen una pista. Mira que es comparative, para que tú sepas que le vas a añadir el er than. Okay, hotter than. Yes, San Miguel is hotter than Chalatenango. Aquí hay otra pista. Mira, as. Y está la palabra delicious, para que tú sepas que coffee is as delicious as chocolate. Yes? Aquí te van dando la pista. They have the clue of at the end, okay? El pital is colder than... no, ya no sería eso, porque mira, dice que es superlative. Y el superlative es el que lleva the coldest. ¿Ok? Fíjate siempre en la pista, no te vas a equivocar como yo me quería equivocar ahí. Empanadas are, ve, y lleva el as. Empanadas are as cheap as pastelitos. ¿Yes? Fíjate siempre en la pista. Cuando es comparative le añades el er y el than. Cuando es as le añades el as, el adjective delicious y otra vez as. You say as delicious as, for example. Y cuando es superlative, acuérdate que debes llevar el d y el adjective y al final est. For example, the coldest. Yes. So the pital is the coldest mountain. Hagamos la última. Pupusas. Yes. Pupusas. Y lleva el superlative. Ok. Tiene que llevar el d, el adjective y el est. ¿Cómo sería? Pupusas is ¿de qué? No, pupusas, sorry, no es así. Pupusas are the most famous food in El Salvador, ¿ok? La más famosa. Pupusas are the most famous food in El Salvador. De nuevo te puedes apoyar aquí, de esta parte, para acordarte que los adjetivos que tienen más de 2 sílabas, como famous, yes, tienen que añadir most, ¿ok? Así te fijas en esto, the most famous, ¿ok? Now, production. Lee detenidamente el menú que te presentamos a continuación y responde las preguntas. Lee el menú y responde las preguntas. So read the menu and answer the questions. You got, for example, the cheapest, el más barato. So we say, what is the cheapest? The cheapest is this one. The choice of milk is the cheapest. Now letter B. Which dish is the most expensive? El más caro, the most expensive. I think the most expensive is here. The toast salad is the most expensive. Now, letter C. Which dish has the same, equal, el mismo, price as the assorted fruits? Okay, the assorted fruits, hasta aquí. Here the assorted fruit. ¿Qué dish is equal in price? What dish is equal in price? The black beans. So, the black beans is as expensive as the assorted fruits. Yes? In your opinion, which is the most delicious? Ahí lo decide usted. Which is the most delicious? And in your opinion, which is better than pupusas? I think that no dish is better than pupusas. Yes? I will say that no dish is better than pupusas. But that's your decision, okay? So that's it for today. Eso es todo. If you have any questions, you can send me a personal WhatsApp. Remember, this is our English video class for 9th grade, phase 3, week 8. Bye, guys.